Alright guys, I am back again with another video, and the title should be self-explained. Um I know y'all probably getting sick of me with my DeRozan takes, especially if you're a DeRozan fan. Probably also tired of my Ayo takes. You might be tired, you might just have J Strokes fatigue with some of my takes right now, because you kind of know what I'm finna say. But I gotta make sure to emphasize this right now. People were all up in arms, cheering, celebrating, screaming the praises of Ayo DeSumo and DeMar DeRozan at some point within the last month or so. There was talks of, hey, we don't need Zoe. We got Ayo. Hey, we should trade Zoe to get, better player, better wingers or something. Right? Then DeRozan goes on this historic stretch. Hasn't been done ever since a player like Wilt Chamberlain, right? Goes on this crazy stretch, winning all these games, and MVP, 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 right? That's what we're getting. But people fail to mention the competition that these guys had to play. They weren't playing the elite of the elite teams. They were playing middle of the pack to play in a fodder tier teams. So what happens? Bulls have lost the last 3 games. All have been against playoff caliber teams or teams with winning records, with the exception of the Hawks, right? And even with that, they had a compromised Trae Young last night. And they were still missing certain guys like John Collins. But this is the team. This is what they had to go up against. And they couldn't get it done. I don't want to hear the excuses about they don't have Zoe, they don't have Caruso, they don't have Pat Will. I really don't want to freaking hear it. Okay? Because you got teams out there like Miami who are beating teams like, say, the Bucks. And they don't have some of their guys. They got the number 1 seed right now, and they have been missing players all year just like we have. I dare say they probably have had either the same amount, if not more, different starting lineups in this this season alone. And they're getting the job done. Okay? They're getting the job done. So we look at the Bulls, and I get it. Zach LaVine is compromised. He's playing on a bum knee. He's trying to, be the good soldier. I get it. But let's keep this 100% blunt, right? Everybody's excited about the Tristan Thompson acquisition. Look, I'm glad we got him because we ain't have to play Mama Hips no more. I'm really glad we got him, right? But think about this. Every reason this season that I've been harping on, actually since before the season, why this team was going to lose is exactly why they've been losing. See, let me explain something. DeMar DeRozan had to go on this historic run just to make sure we eked out wins against middle-of-the-pack to fodder teams. When DeMar cannot play at that level, when he regresses to the mean, he is no longer able to get wins. And it's not like DeMar DeRozan is just playing bad, but you can only stay that hot for so long, man. You can only be hot for so long. You're going to cool off. And Ayo DeSumo, who everybody was praising, it's like, and don't get it twisted, I love Ayo. But there's a thing called NBA experience. I don't care that you spent a couple years in college. You may come out of college and be, at a higher level, But you still have to get used to NBA defenses. It is a different system. My computer programmers out there, you guys understand that the coding language that you use for one system doesn't work for the next. I'm not even a coder, and I know that. The language or the skill sets that you learned in high school and college have to be modified or added onto when you get to the pros. You don't just come in and master defense. Lou Dort, who is one of the better defenders in this league, and came in as a very good defender, still had to learn how to play NBA defense. Ayo is getting cooked out there. By the way, notice how Veuc has started to slump again. You might say, hey, that's got part of the reason to do with, why he's been, DeRozan and the team has been losing. No. Yeah, Veuc is suspect. Okay? Inconsistency is his name this year. But that's no reason why, they still should have lost to teams that have winning records like that, or the elite teams, I should say. No reason, no excuse. But it is what it is. Again, this is the stuff I've been telling you guys about for the longest, right? Lonzo and Caruso, they will definitely help. All three of them will probably stabilize this team to some degree. Lonzo and Caruso for sure will help stabilize. I think Pat Will on the defensive end as a wing will definitely help be more switchable, be better defensively. I think he definitely helps. But here's the thing, man. Let's think about it like this, right? Pretend you're a knight. When you have your armor on, you're able to better do battle with another person who has a sword, like you. Two knights going head to head. Your armor protects you. If you take that armor off and it's just skin, any slash could prove to be fatal. There's less room for error. Consider that Veuc, DeRozan, and Zach LaVine are supposed to be the body. Pat Will, Zoe, and Caruso are the armor. When you remove that, the margin for error increases. Or the margin for error decreases, I should say. Meaning you can make less mistakes to lose your life or to lose a game. Now, in this analogy, we just so happen to have a Saiyan, and they went Super Saiyan for a little bit, and now they ran out of chi or ki, and now they're back to normal. So guess what? You might have had a little bit of run where you had a little bit of juice, but without that armor protecting you, you're normal now. That's all that those guys are. They're the armor. They cover so much. They cover so much. And you start to realize and appreciate how good these guys are. Every fucking one of them. You really do. Because you see, all three of your star players, the body, don't play defense. See, if they just play defense, I promise you, they would have won a lot of those games that they lost. And even the games that we lost against some of the winning teams, we would have flipped. This is why I cannot stand players who don't play defense, especially star players. Exception, Steph Curry, albeit Steph Curry does play defense. He's just not the best at a one-on-one defensive thing, but he's gotten better. He's passable. You can put Steph out there, you'll be okay. I'm not saying he's going to lock down somebody, but he could be neutral. And I can take neutral, especially for his offensive firepower. I can take neutral. But I can't get neutral from Zach LaVine. I can't get neutral from Vucevic. I can't get neutral from DeMar DeRozan. So it doesn't matter. Those wounds that you're getting without the armor, they're going to bleed. Sure, you play a less experienced team or a less good team who don't understand how to tactically deal with you, you're going to beat them, even without armor. There's an old saying or something that used to go, a master with a stick will beat a student with a sword any day. That's pretty much what it is. But when a master with a stick has to play another master with a sword, that all of a sudden favors the guy with the sword. And I know I'm using analogies like, wow, why is Jay Strauss using analogies? Well, because I feel like explaining shit today and talking. But it's real, guys. It's fucking real. It's fucking real. And this is why I've been on, hey, let's trade DeMar DeRozan. Let's trade Vooch. It's not because they're bad players inherently. It's just there's certain things you need, and there's a time frame for it. If you look at this team, there's no way you can confidently say they are definitely going to the conference finals and winning a chip this year. And I think the owner's name, I can't remember. I think they're the Reinsdorf or something like that. If I'm wrong, whatever. I don't really give a damn. They're only willing to spend money for a contending team. If this team goes to the playoffs and they lose in the first round 4-2, are they contending? No. This team, in fact, is in jeopardy of slipping to right before, if not, being in a play-in game. They play the Bucks tonight, and I believe they got Philly coming up after that. Haven't beat Philly all year. This is their 3-0. If they lose tonight, 4-0, that's it. And this is with Harden. Well, hold on, because I think I misspoke there. Not tonight when they play Philly, but when they play Philly in a few nights. It's going to be a whole different, they're going to get a different look. It was bad enough with just Embiid. It's going to be worse. It's about to be worse. Speaking of Vooch, the part of the reason they play the defense that they play is because of Vooch's ineptitude on defense. If Vooch could actually hold his own and move and had a bit of mobility, you could run different kinds of defenses and the team might be a little bit better. I've always said you can deal with one person not playing defense, but you can't deal with more than one. One person means 80% of your team is still playing defense. Two means 60%. 3, 40%. And at times it looks like on this team, you got 4 guys not playing defense. And so that's 80% of your team out there is not playing. Already hurts that Zach LaVine is hurt. So he's not going to be Zach LaVine. Okay? Vooch is inconsistent. You don't know if you're going to get a good game or a bad game from him on any given night. What you do know is if you're playing against another center who is skilled, a la Joel Embiid, he's not going to perform on offense or defense. Today makes week 6 that Zoe has been out. Okay? If he were going to come back, I think, or I could be wrong, I think this is week 6. It's been a minute, but whatever. This is his window to be available. Caruso, who has been out before him, still isn't back. And it's his window to be back as well. Still no word on when Pat will be back. Today is March 4th. Season ends 1 month, 6 days from today. That's it. You got less than 40 days of NBA time. And we're slipping. And if we keep on falling, we're going to be like a 6 seed, okay? We're going to be a tough out, fully healthy for sure. But do you want to have to go play Milwaukee on the road? Do you want to have to go play Miami on the road? Do you want to have to go play Philly on the road? That's the question. That is the question. And we're getting to a point where it's starting to get real dangerous, right? Because you're going to have all these pieces coming back. And they're going to have to re-ingratiate themselves into this team. Will there be enough time? Because there's going to be minutes restrictions. At least for Zoe, for sure. Will there be enough time for these guys to gel and get into rhythm without messing up everybody before the playoffs? I saw a projection for Zoe to be back on the 21st. It's not a lot of time. That's if he's on time. That's not a lot of time. If he's later than that, we're talking less than 2 weeks of NBA games, potentially, which is like maybe 4 to 6 games. Same thing with Pat, who hasn't played all year. He's going to have to get into a rhythm. He's going to have to find it quick. Same thing with Caruso. Although he's been there, it's been a while. He's been in and out since December, basically. Really since like December 1st. We're talking 4 months, basically. If the Bulls can't find a way to win tonight, and in Philly, in the next couple of games, because they need to hold water. They needed to win last night and they didn't get it done. Go ahead and prepare for the offseason. Because this team is only going to be a first round exit. And depending on the team, they likely are getting swept. That's all I got. I hope y'all have a good day. Peace.